world. I'm Swaroop and welcome to my C Advanced tutorial series. As the name itself suggests, this is a tutorial series for the advanced learners, for those who know their way around in C. So if you are a beginner, this is not the right place for you, but you are at luck because I have a tutorial series on basics of C running, so you can go over there, watch it and come back here again to know more. So now I'm assuming you are all an advanced learner and not a beginner, and we will proceed further with that assumption. So by now you must be having your own way of style, your own way of coding in C, and probably your own IDE, or if you are using Linux for that matter. So the focus wouldn't be on that. For these tutorials I'll be using C Free because I think it's good. The main focus, at least the most of the focus, will be on learning new things and perfecting the things which we already know. So since I've already wasted about a minute of your times, let's just proceed into the tutorial without further ado. So this tutorial will be on how to create delay in a program using for loops, or I would like to call it more like delay loops, which sounds cool. So that is what we will learn, how to make delay loops. So let's jump into that. So a for loop, we need two variables because I'm using a nested for loop, I comma j, my favorites. Then we'll start the loop I equal to 0. I'll make it till some 31,000, may name it, and I plus plus this, and within this I'll write j equal to 0, j less than, name it 32,000. It will be good, and that is everything you need to make for the delay loop. Well, you may ask me, what do we have to do with this? I mean, there is nothing in this to print or anything to do. Well, that is exactly what a delay loop is. It just introduces a delay but does nothing, because delay is not always harmful, not always bad. Delay can be good sometimes, and we use it many times in day-to-day applications. So that's all we have to do. And one more thing, if you have noticed that I'm using very large numbers here because the computer clock cycle or the computer speed is too high, and if we use very small numbers, this whole thing will be done within a second and we can't perceive it completely. So I'm using bigger numbers so that we can perceive the difference. Even with these bigger numbers, it would hardly cross 3 seconds probably. Let's just see. To let us know where it started, I'll just print here started and you will character at the end, and here after it completed it I'll type in the end with 2 exclamation points. Sounds good. So that's everything we need. So let's run this thing. Clearly it's running and started. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's almost 3 seconds for this whole thing to get done. See how fast these computers are. Of course mine is a bit slower, but if you use a supercomputer, even this large number wouldn't make much of a difference. So let's just see what happens if we just decrease the number of digits. Started and the end came almost simultaneously. They aren't simultaneous, but the human eye can't perceive that change, so we think it is simultaneous. So that's how we use the delay loops. Now since we have learned how to introduce a delay into program, we must be able to know how much time it took, how much delay it introduced. That will be the topic for my next tutorial. So see you there. Farewell. Goodbye.